Okay, question number 33. A bicyclist travels 6.5 miles in 2/3 of an hour. What is the average speed in miles per hour of the bicyclist? Okay, this looks like it's a pretty straightforward question. However, there are some difficulties in here. First of all, let's look at this question again. It says they travel 6.5 miles in 2/3 of an hour. So that means they go in less than an hour, they travel this far. But they want the average speed in miles per hour. So how far do they travel in an hour? So we know this answer right here is not correct because that is the same as this and it's less than an hour. I tend to think this one is not valid either just because it's very close to 6.5. But we don't know yet, so I'm thinking one of these two is going to be our answer. So when we are dealing with time, we need to think about it in terms of minutes in this case. So 2/3 of an hour, I'm going to separate this hour into thirds. So this hour is actually 60 minutes, which is 20 minutes for each third of an hour. And we have 2/3 of an hour. So we can go ahead and say 2/3 of an hour is 40 minutes. Okay, now that we have that settled, we can set up a proportion. We can say that, let's see, 6, and I'm going to change a half to 0.5. So 6.5 miles is to 40 minutes and we're looking for X miles, we don't know what that is yet, X miles is to 1 hour, and that's 60 minutes. Okay, so now we can solve this problem. And to do that, this is what we're looking for, so we want to isolate the X. In order to do that, I'm going to multiply both sides by 60 over 1 in order to get rid of this term here. So now I'm left with X is equal to 6.5 divided by 40 times 60. And I'm leaving the units off here because they're leaving them off here. It is important to keep them and you're going to use them more later, but for now I'm just simplifying how it looks. Now, and because I don't have a calculator that I'm using, I want to go ahead and simplify this side of the equation as well. I know that 20 will go evenly into 40 and into 60. It goes into 40 2 times and it goes into 60 3 times. So now I can do this problem a bit simpler. So I can say 6.5 times 3. Let's do that piece first. 3 times 5 is 15, 3 times 6 is 18, and 1 is 19. And then I've got 1 decimal point that I need to deal with. Okay, so we have 19.5 for the numerator, and now I need to divide 19.5 divided by 2. All right, 2 goes into 19 9 times. 2 times 9 is 18. And I'll bring down the 5. 2 times 7 is 14. And then I'm going to add a 0. 2 goes into 10 5 times. And my decimal point is right there. So you can see now I've solved for X. It's 9.75, which is the same as 9 3/4. So if you don't see the connection between 0.75 and 3/4, you could always divide out 3 divided by 4 and you'll get this 0.75 piece. Okay. Now, here's another way to solve it. If you forget how to do this, whatever reason, I'm going to set up another rectangle divided into thirds. So I know that in this amount of time, this 2/3 amount of time, that they traveled 6.5 miles. So I can divide 6.5 divided by 2 And I can figure out how much they travel in 20 minutes, right? So 2 goes into 6 3 times. Left with 5. 2 times 2 is 4. Left with 1. And 2 times 5 is 10. And I should have brought my decimal up, but I didn't. So 3.25. So I know that every 20 minutes, on average, they go 3.25 miles, 3.25 miles. So this will also be 3.25 miles. So now I could add up all the 3.25s, and I'll end up with the 9 3/4, because it's 3, 6, 9, and then 3.25s equals 9 3/4 again. So just another way to look at it. Another note, 57% of the people that took this test got it right. So it's one of the more difficult problems, but practice this a few times until you get it, and you'll be able to solve this problem as well as other problems that are like it. I hope this helps, and I will see you in the next one.